Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Madlatter and today we're going to continue the Pillars of Eternity Let's Play series. So in the last episode we've met with Chancellor, what was his name? Warren. I always have Chancellor Welliger in mind, thanks Dark Souls 2. So yeah, we were supposedly invited by Chancellor Warren to the Charred Barrel. But when we arrived, well, turns out it was all just a plan to lure us away from our holding. So let's see what happened while we were away. So, I guess some interesting stuff is going to happen out here. Let's see what exactly. The mob in front of the Great Hall.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Well, then let's talk to the mob. There they are. I wouldn't pay, so they set my crops on fire. When my boy tried to stop him, they knocked him over the head. He's alive, but he can't think straight no more. Your boy got lucky. My gods. Good men both. Got put to the sword after they'd surrendered. I paid those thugs what they wanted, and they still took everything I had. There he is! A woman points at you, and all eyes in the crowd turn their hostile gazes upon you. What's going on here? We want justice! You've been terrorizing us and we won't stand for it any longer. Go on. You sent your man to my farm to collect a crop tax, saying we was overdue. For me it was a road toll. I've been traveling up and down for this way for years, and this was the first time I've heard of such a thing. Other people in the crowd chime in with similar stories. Yeah, those weren't my men. Then who were they? They weren't no common bandits. Yeah, what makes you think I sent these men? They said they were acting on the orders of the Lord of Caed Nua. That's you. Yeah, if this happens again, it's not on my orders. Say we believe you. What about what we've lost? What about my crops? And my goods? And the familiars of my guards? Have money. What else do we have? Open, aggressive, diplomatic, cruel, no. We're benevolent. Share this amongst yourselves, 1,000 copper. Most generous youth, my lord. The villagers nod and smile at you, uttering thanks as they distribute their coins between them. That was rather easy. Marshal Fowen. Ah, angry mobs. The inevitable thorn in every ruler's side, Aedenath. And they're good people. Can't blame them for reacting that way. Your subjects are fortunate to have a leader that understands the compassionate side of nobility. But for now, they will have to wait. I have news about Lord Gathman. Let's discuss it in the Great Hall, away from curious ears. Yeah, that Lord Gathman. Salty little motherfucker. He will get his comeuppance. Be assured of it. Just to annoy me and make problems for me, he killed a couple people, and that's a no-go. Oh right, I was just wondering what the fuck that tiny creature was. Then I remembered. And we have some interesting stuff done. Right, that was about the seamstress or weaver of great skill who was apparently taken hostage and communicated through the patterns she wove that others sold. So, Kana found surprising resistance to inquiries regarding the whereabouts of Bonicetta. Whoever had taken her wanted to keep her location a secret. At the behest of the Jess of Spirento, a team of Valiant cryptographers attempted to decipher the fragments of Bonicetta's weaving messages. In turn, they communicated those leads to Kana. After several brutal fights against well-trained mercenaries, Kana reached Bonicetta's prison, a weaving house near Gerara. The Valiant texture company that had abducted her was immediately cast out of all Valiant republics, great and small. In thanks for saving her, Bonicetta wove an enchanted cloak for Kana's journey back to Caed Nua. So we got the Cloak of Comfort. Ooh, +5 to all defenses, +30 max endurance, and damage reduction against Slash, Pierce, and Crush. That is pretty good. Also 2 minor items. Sweet. Distant relative. I will come to you guys in a moment. Nothing good here. Outside of the cloak, I think. Let's take all those things. Now let's see, who could profit from the cloak the most? I think she could do with it, yeah. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. You have the healing done thing, which you shall keep. +3 perception. Also pretty great. And Aloth has the intellect +2, okay. Yeah, you go get it. We actually gain more max endurance without losing the health, and the accuracy is replaced with the mirror image, which is pretty good. Let's talk to the distant relative first. I'm sure we can come to some agreement. Okay, what do you want? Okay, let's talk to the mortal then. Lord Eranath. I've received word that Lord Gathbin is amassing an army of mercenaries near Yenwood Fields. It appears a peaceful claim to Caed Nua is no longer possible. The Earl has sent me to aid you informing your own force to counter this threat. I'm here in an advisory role only, of course. The Earl won't officially take sides in this dispute. Okay, how much time do I have? Enough. It's rumored Lord Gathbin will suffer a series of unfortunate and completely unforeseeable setbacks before his army is complete. He grins and winks. Still, I'd not tarry long. Okay. Yeah, I have a fortress with strong walls, why not let him come to us? Lord Gathbin isn't fool enough to risk tearing down Caed Nua just to kill you. And if you shield yourself behind these walls, he'll have free rein to torment your subjects in the countryside. Yeah, that's a no-go. Earl Badamar will see you in action against Lord Gathbin as a sign that you're unwilling to perform your duties as Lord of Caed Nua. Losing his support will have dire consequences. Taking the fight to Lord Gathbin is your only option. Okay. Let's talk about my army then. Where am I getting my troops? I've sent out a call for volunteers from the lands around Caed Nua. Hopefully people will realize that being under your rule is preferable to that of Lord Gathbin's. Any hirelings stationed at Caed Nua will also accompany you to the battle, so I suggest you acquire as many of them as possible. However, most of these men and women have no military experience. Hopefully you can gain additional allies. The Knights of the Crucible perhaps, or the Dozens. Okay. So, status of my regular troops. The Marshal shakes his head. Too green and too few. If you go up against Lord Gathbin now, losses will be heavy. However, victory is still possible. Yeah, we need veteran troops. I know a company or two of veterans that would be willing to join us for a bit of coin. 10,000 coppers. Have it. His eyes widen. It will be done. So what special allies do I have available? No one has offered their help, I'm afraid. Yeah. Let's continue the Knights of the Crucible storyline then before we march. I've also heard rumors of a force of Rakrans currently in the White March. If you find your way that far north, perhaps you can sway some of them to join your cause. Interesting. Okay, cool. So yeah, now we have the Battle of Yenwood Field. That's pretty cool. I really like that aspect of the story. So, distant relative. Can we now talk? I have no clue what's this about that guy. Oh well. So yeah, for now we will have to return to the Knights of the Crucible. And maybe enlist their aid in the defense of Caed Nua. And also, yeah, we could consider going to the White March.
Looks a little healthier than before.
At least to go ahead and find these guys we're looking for. Yeah, I think this group will stick together. Actually, let me check. Where do I need to go? Oh, Crucible Keep. Okay, so I was on the right track. Let's move out. Gonna be interesting to see how that whole battle turns out. But hey, we've got some veteran troops by now. Okay, the distant relative left the stronghold again. I really have no idea what that was about. Ooh! Assassins! Okay, everyone who's ranged, take out the spellcaster. Is that the right one? This is the right one. And then we start with some spells of our own here.
Ready, Watcher.
What the fuck are you guys doing? You are supposed to attack. Okay, then get him in melee at least. Well, at least they're not posing much of a threat here. Assassins. Ha! Weaklings, more like. There we go.
Sure.
So, who of my many enemies is it that wants me dead this time around? Written on this scrap of parchment is a concise but detailed description of you, including your name, your distinguishing features, and everyone you're known to have associated with in your brief time in the Dewwood. Okay. Do you have any other things? First of all, these two go to him. Just more random assassin stuff. Let's actually check on those grimoires real quick. Yeah, combusting wounds. Go learn it. That's all they had. Off you go into storage.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I try to always keep an eye out. Oh. Yeah, defeat the Rogue Forge Knights. Why was I pretty much sure something like this would happen? Like 100% fucking guaranteed. Stupid, stupid people. Did nobody really think about that possibility at all, especially with, let's say, not quite legally acquired souls, if there is such a thing? Man, guys, come on. Let's see if we can keep that Justicar alive.
Not even slowing it down.
That's it.
Take care of him. Get him down, come on. There we go. Let's do some quick looting here. Holy balls, yeah. At least they are not hard to fight against. There we go. So Duncan is dead? Oh. Oh, nice. Leveled up again. So now it has what again? Graf's Authority, once per encounter. Crush damage, some damage is raw. And stun. Not bad. Once per encounter even. I like. So yeah, let's quickly loot some stuff again. And what do we have? Oh, that's red, so no go. ... Very strong opinion, I see. Any in here? Let's be on the safe side. No, it doesn't seem like it. How about the scribe's office? None in here either. Okay, none here.
Let's go.
Yeah, we're taking them down easy. If the others would also attack back there. I really don't quite understand how this AI feature is supposed to work. Sometimes it does and sometimes it flat out refuses work. Okay, so seems we have dealt with the whole situation around here. Anything in here? No. Let's say hello to Commander Cliver then, if he is alive. Well, he is, and so is Dunstan.
1 minute. My Justiciars were training the Forge Knights. In the next, they were being cut to pieces. But the survivors owe their lives to your skill. You fought valiantly, worthy of any seasoned soldier. In fact, I'm naming you an honorary Justiciar. As a reward for your service, please accept this blade and armor, worthy of a Knight of the Crucible. If there's anything else I can do for you, you need only ask.
And discontinue use of the Forge Knights?
I'll send word to Fleetbreaker Castle immediately. We clearly didn't understand the Forge Knights as well as we thought. For now, we'll have to continue recruiting the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, that might be for the best. The Forge Knights are obviously too unpredictable to use safely.
Knowing how firmly you stand by your principles, I'm glad you agree with my assessment of the situation. And if I'd listened to Dunstan, none of this would have happened in the first place. I won't make that mistake again.
Yeah, good. And we also got second skin. I'm gonna have to look up what that is in a moment. We have gained Shame or Glory and Crucible Knights Officer Armor. Yeah, so... first, goodbye. So the quest is fully completed. It is good. So, Shame or Glory, a one-handed unique sword. Might be something for her. What kind of weapons did she have? One of those beats? No, so it's basically no matter what she is using. Right now she has this one. Let's compare them real quick. I mean, obviously a bit more damage baseline. Okay, when she's low on endurance, she has more accuracy and more damage. Can I enchant you in different ways as well? Right now you have which one again? Fine, okay. Next one would require me to have Withdraw Grains. But we can add a secondary damage at the very least. Let's go with fire. A fire sword is always nice. Alright, we also had the two-handed massive Morning Star. You keep that around, and the Crucible Knights Officer Armor. Well, it certainly looks kick-ass. Yeah, I do like the second chance ability. On the other hand, at some point I think we may just have to bite the bullets and give him something better. And the others, they'll stick to light armor, so off to start you go. Alright, we still have the Forge Master's gloves. Didn't give them to anyone, so... There you go. I also need to get a couple of these things away into storage. There we go. Okay, so looking good, looking good. Let's talk to Dunstan. Does he have anything new? Doesn't seem like it. But we have some stuff to sell, perhaps. Like all those basic, boring things that nobody really cares about. I mean, it's not much money we get from it, but it's some. Better than just having it sit around our inventory all day. Off you go. There, another 1,400 nearly gotten back. So, you're in charge of the Crucible Knights. We've already had that, yeah. How can I recruit you to become part of the army I'm fielding? Oh well, about that invitation to the Animancy hearings. And we'll be glad to have you with us. Ava will no doubt find your presence persuasive. And we need all possible support to see that he gives Animancy a fair chance. Indeed or indeed? Yep. I'll make sure he sees a reason. Yep, nothing else right now. Okay, so now we need to go back to the Hardwood House. And there we need to talk to Lady Webb. Again. We've been seeing her a lot recently. So let's see what she has to say about us gaining attendance. Also, let's find out how the Dozens think about the whole situation. If they will actually attack us.
Bring back the feisty one. There's a woman can do some damage squeezing her legs together.
It isn't a parlor trick. Besides, she doesn't take orders well.
She has backbone, that woman. Does it scare you?
No, but I won't be responsible for what happens if you call her whore.
Yeah, I think that might lead to problems. Okay, so back to Brackenbury once more. Say hello to Lady Webb. So yeah, that's another major step forward to actually getting the main story going here. No more assassins. Wow, I'm beginning to feel insulted. At least since some capable assassins, though not too capable, please. Ah, yeah, I'm enjoying this game. I was actually skeptical, not sure I actually mentioned that in the beginning. I was skeptical I'd continue this as far as I did, and by now I'm 100% on actually playing through it entirely. So there's Lady Webb.
How fares your search?
Okay, yeah, if I'm going to do this for you, I think it's time you told me everything about Theos.
I've told you everything you need to know.
But not everything.
It's only right that you know everything. When I was younger, before Dunreed Row, I had many suitors. These were fine-looking men of good stock. But I could see their thoughts, and they were unimpressive. Boys' thoughts. I toyed with their affections. I resented all of them. And then I met a man whose mind was a mystery to me. But he understood me. He knew me at a glance, told me things I didn't know about myself. He was neither handsome nor charming, but he was all I ever wanted.
So, a love story in the midst of a world-shaking plot. So, you're talking about Theos.
We made a game of my gift. He would ask me about people, and I would tell him what they were thinking. Sometimes the information was very sensitive. And then one day he asked me if I trusted him. I said I did. Next I knew I was donning a silver mask and swearing oaths to Woodica. Using my gift for the leaden key still felt like a game to me, so I did it. I did it because it pleased him.
Yeah, but it didn't last, huh?
I don't like living in the dark. It's a powerless, hopeless feeling. Every day I did things without knowing their purpose. Every day I loved a man without knowing his thoughts of me. I sensed that there were things he wanted to tell me. I sensed that he knew everything the leaden key was created to hide. But Theos was unyielding. One day I disappeared without a word. He would kill me for it, and I knew that. It's their rule. I just wanted to see him plunge the knife, because then I would know. But the day never came. He has left me to wonder. I have devoted my years to learning everything I could about him, in hopes I would find some clue as to who he really was, and why he felt he had to keep his secrets locked away. I have precious little to show for it. Just an old woman nagged by old thoughts. And that is truly everything I can tell you about Theos. I hope you will accept this embarrassing story as a show of my good faith.
I will. Okay, so let's talk about the Animancy hearing.
What of them?
The Knights of the Crucible have accepted me into their delegation.
Good. Avar Wolfgren looks to the Crucible Knights as a voice of reason and order. Speaking from their section should lend you credibility with him. You need waste no more time here. Get to the palace. Make your case to the Duke. With him on our side, all of Deerwood can be mobilized against the leaden key, and Theos can be rooted out. I only wish I could be there to see it. There is a very old bottle of a very good brandy that I have been saving for a special day. If you hurry back afterward, there may be a little left for you. Off with you. You're going to do very well in there.
Okay, I'm not sure if it's on the recording, but everything she said just now in that last bit was kind of distorted a little bit. So yeah, farewell. Okay, doesn't seem to happen to any other sounds. Okay, I have to call this episode off anyways. I'll do a bit of checking, and yeah, hope to see you the next episode. If you liked this content, consider dropping a comment or a like, maybe even subscribe, and yeah, I'd be happy about that. So yeah, thanks again for watching. See you the next time.